Hello there, everybody. Smithers here to bring you a couple educational lessons from what I saw last night between MIB and Vanguardia. This was a match on Kharkov with St. Mary's as the midpoint, River Crossing as the fourth for the Axis. Now, this is no criticism for either of the teams. This is constructive criticism because, once again, all my videos like this are about educating people and for teams to improve. I'm all about teams improving. I don't want to see teams get worse. I want to give you my advice. I have commanded and casted over 500 games. So I've seen a thing or two. So please take this as an educational opportunity. Here we have a little bit of pressure on St. Mary's, no cap weight, but we do have a half track over here to the right. A squad lead right here in St. Mary's. Defense is looking okay. They're fending off some raspberries down here. So this is okay, but let's see how this plays out for a minute. Jones back in the half track, looking to relocate it maybe. Right there in the middle of St. Mary's, let's go check out this attack. 27 minutes left. MIB's got to start thinking about, is it? Okay, here we have St. Mary's. 27 minutes left to go. Point is about 20% capped up here. They have a half track right behind the church, and anybody that spawns inside of there can rush straight into the circle. When you're at this point of the game, you really have to start thinking about, okay, 27 minutes left, we're down 2-3. How many more opportunities are we going to get to do this? We have no cap pressure on our fourth point, but we do have around 20+% cap on the middle. Okay. At this point, the commander, the command chat, squad lead should all be starting to think about, do we commit to the all-in here? We have a half track. The enemy won't be able to lock it unless they get super close, or a rocket, of course, comes from far away. Maybe we should take this opportunity and see if we can get St. Mary's. If you can capture the point, then remember, you wipe all the enemy spawn points in that whole grid, those two grid squares, and plus the grid squares behind that were attacking your fourth. Keep going here. Time for maybe an all-in call here to see if we're able to get this. Valiente going up against Ifarg. No, he gets 2v1 right there by Silence and Grado. Rocket sails over Grado's head. MIB has the half track right there. Is it live? It is live. Right inside the circle. Let's see a big spawn wave. Come on, MIB. You got one in you. Okay. 50% cap now. Now the team should seriously be considering an all-in call. And I know the half track spawn is 60 seconds. But somebody in command chat, somebody in chat should be calling out, hey, there's 15 seconds left on the half track spawn. Let's get some bodies in here. At least SLs. To get some squad leads down, to put some outposts in the trench. Maybe over there, run over to the building, anything. So 50% capped. Let's start thinking about all-in call for sure. We're talking to command chat. Do we do it? Do we not do it? All right, let's go for it. 50% cap. And once again, you're just looking to see if you can at least force Vanguardia here to do a full reset. And that way, your team can bounce back to the deep. Even if they wipe you out on church, if the enemy comes in from multiple directions here and takes you all out on church and recaptures this, then at least you'll have an opportunity to gain more ground in your sector on the map, because they're all going to be back on defense. Let's see how this works out. You got one in ya. Where's the big spawn wave? We're just waiting. Come on, MIB, you got a chance here. Come on, buddies. And unfortunately, I cannot see what the spawn timer says right now for the half track. Where's that spawn wave? Number 60 seconds. Okay, we got a couple squad leads. Okay, we got a couple squad leads here. 6 bodies in each. 12 going to the hard cap. The half track spawn did just come in, so the next spawn will be at around the 25, 43, 44 mark. An assault player gonna be able to get. Keep in mind that we're plus 70%, approaching 75, 80. Pick down a couple OPs. We got to see this filled though. If you're gonna call the all in, let's do it. You're over 75% capped. Get those OPs down to fill them. Leo Geraldo holding the border. GNZ also there, looking to hold the treasure. The rocket comes into... Okay, the half track got taken out. But still, we do have 2 squad leads here. Leo, GNZ, prioritize the outpost. Once again, no, this is constructive criticism. I want everybody to learn from this. Maybe they did put out, we'll check the map here in a little bit, but if you're in this situation, put up your outposts. If you have an opportunity to get on that half track, I know it just went down, but before that, for the spawn wave, even if the team redeploys, you still have the tanks going to be on defense, at least one tank or something. And the enemy probably won't have much there to attack you because their point is already 80%, 75% capped. So even if the blueberries are all in the redeploy screen and trying to get on the attack, but the half track gets wiped, they can at least find some OPs maybe in the sector, jump on those, and the rest of everybody else goes back on defense. But at least you're maximizing the attack when you have this golden opportunity. The half track. Now, there's a second educational piece here. Everybody pay attention to 22. 22 gets himself a big-time takedown with the half track and a blueberry. Cap right weight is almost there. I don't know if MIB has the OP spawns. Now, what just happened, everybody? What just happened? 22 was outside the circle, goes inside the circle, and now the cap stalls. This is a very heads-up play here by 22. Now, this is what I'm assuming. This is what I'm assuming happened. We have all these blueberries inside here. It was being capped. 22 jumps inside. He notices the cap stalls. As soon as he steps in the circle, he just needs to buy his team a few seconds here until reinforcements can come up. He knows he has some buddies coming down here, and 22 knows that he doesn't need to go inside the church and risk dying, because if he dies, the cap will continue, and MIB will most likely get this. So there's no reason for him to go around here. His goal is just to stop the cap weight, not to become the #1 fragger on the team. So let's go and see how this plays out. No, Vanguardia pulls enough bodies back. And just in case, let's go ahead and watch it back real quick. Down with the half track. We see 1, 2, 3, 1. A blueberry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blueberries. 7 maybe, and not too sure if Hogan's in sector. Cap right weight is almost there. I don't know if MIB has the OP spawns though. No. Yeah, as far as I see, nobody else got taken out. So it's 22 going inside the circle to help neutralize it. Also had some more raspberries to come in sector, maybe. But 22 here makes a really smart play. Gets in sector and gets that circle cap weight instead of just a sector cap weight. Oh, Vanguardia pulls enough bodies back. And 22 plays the smart play and goes right there into the corner of the church to stay alive and make sure he counts his circle cap weight. Very smart play there by 22. Buddy, very smart play. So 22, just want to make sure I share that educational lesson with everybody. For those players in high-intense situations, 22 right here made a really smart play. He went inside the circle, noticed that the cap weight was stalled, and he just stayed still. Very, very heads-up play here by this buddy. Right here from Brazil. Now, these are 2 Brazilian teams, by the way. Vanguardia, made in Brazil, obviously Brazilian. But yes, I wanted to highlight that. I saw that on stream, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. He didn't risk going inside the church, and he's not risking it dying. He's getting inside the circle, canceling out, and he allows his buddies to push up and come help him out while this cap weight is being decided. A little bit of that cap weight, and now we have this big sector wave from the far right and everything, and the reinforcements are on their way. And not risking going inside the church. And long story short, to wrap it up here, Vanguardia ends up holding the point, over capturing the blueberry, or wiping out all the blueberries, and coming out ahead here. But yeah, those are my 2 little educational lessons for today. So once from last night's matchup between MIB and Vanguardia, once again, constructive criticism. So a lesson on the offensive side: if you're attacking like this and you have an opportunity to go all in, you gotta make the commitment. Don't half-ass it. If you have a chance, those chances are very rare. Trust me, I've commanded a whole bunch of games where I still think about chances where we could have gone all in and gotten a capture, but we didn't. We only sent maybe a third or a quarter of the team, And I still think I have those memories glued in my mind. WTH, Helios 1.0, spring, 2024, I believe it was. Maybe 2023. Seasonal. Still thinking about those. On Hurricane Forest, if I remember correctly. We have the offensive example and then the defensive smart play there by Ventidos to not risk the cap. I mean, it was 95+% there. It was really close. But yeah, buddies, if you have any questions, go and drop a comment below. If you maybe think of something I missed, also drop a comment. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time.